Becoming a doctor is something that came to me when I was very young. When I was 6 years old in Ghana, West Africa, I fell sick and almost died until a pediatrician who had trained in London decided to come back to Ghana to practice medicine. And then in 2 years I was well, and then he became my role model. And I always admired him so much that I wanted to be like a healing man like him.
Ghana lies in the heart of West Africa and is home to more than 20 million people. It is a country of stunning riches and aching deprivation. Today, almost 50 years after gaining its independence from Great Britain, there are fewer than half a dozen orthopedic surgeons in the entire country.
There's a lot of children who have infections, tuberculosis, polio, again trauma of that nature. And so it's not up to the level that we will consider ideal. And you know, I kind of recognize that if I could do all this for all these people, why can't I do something for my own people in Ghana? And I always wondered how it was going to be possible until one day we were visiting Ghana, and we had visited my mother-in-law, and whilst we were leaving, she fell and broke her hip. So I was forced to treat her. I carried her for 200 miles to the nearest medical center, and it took me all night to gather the group of people that I needed to do the operation. Finally, the prosthesis came. We put her hip back together, and then she got up and she walked. My wife said, "See, you could do it. You just have to be ingenious." I said, "Honey, that's not how you test a husband."
After returning from that lucky break, Dr. Boachie went to work organizing a clinic in Ghana, calling in favors from surgeons and industry partners with whom he's worked all over the world. Since 1998, Focus has treated more than 200 cases operatively in Ghana, Barbados, and the West Indies.
Much of this happened because he felt it was important to do. And even those of us on the staff did not realize the extent to which he was doing it.
As a matter of fact, no one here knew about the work he was doing with his foundation, I think until 2002 when that article came out in People magazine.
Now I have about 100 volunteer force of surgeons who want to go, including nurses and physician assistants, physical therapists. One of my patients was kind enough to give us some money, so we bought an old house that we converted into a clinic. And so the dream is becoming realized that the impossible can be done with proper planning and commitment.
I think in this day and age when everyone's concerned about the federal government cutbacks in Medicare and malpractice and tort reform, here's a guy who is completely dedicated to giving back to his country of origin.
My motivation comes from, one, my faith, the desire to help my fellow man. I went into medicine to help alleviate pain and suffering. And I believe that those who have been given, more will be required of them. And if you have a talent and you don't use it, it won't be worth anything. So it's really a compassion and desire based on faith, and the fact that I appreciate what the good Lord has given me, and I want to give it back so others can benefit. Somebody reached out for me, and that's why I'm here.